side, and here with advice on how to get started and make the most of your venture. Please welcome Frugalista. That's what you are, huh? Okay. She's a new mommy, too. Tiffany Hempel. Nice to meet you. New mommy. Let's talk about the baby first.
There we go, yeah.
You have a 10-week-old son.
I do. My first one.
Yay! Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's talk about a Frugalista. Tell me, how'd that all become?
It just sort of came to be when I've always lived on a budget.
Yeah.
And so living in Toronto, obviously it's expensive, especially when you're starting out.
Yes.
And I was, as most people are, paying off student loans and trying to save money for a house and all those kinds of things. And so I was just living on a budget. Friends kept asking how I was doing it, where I was going. And I started this little site called She's So Savvy, which is about how to live on a budget. Right. And it just grew from there. And it's been about 4 or 5 years now.
Good for you. So they were asking you because they're saying, how does she do all this stuff?
Right.
And yet still have a fun life?
Right.
Or they're getting in debt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's a tough thing. Well, you know what? It's kind of a cool thing now, I think, to save money. It didn't used to be that way.
No, which is really nice. Nice change.
It really is. Direct sales. Let's talk about direct sales.
Right. People go into direct sales and they think like, oh, this is so great. I'm going to make some easy money. It's never easy money. It's still work. It's still hard.
Right.
But if you find something you like and you find something you're passionate about and you're excited about, then it just becomes second nature.
Well, let's go take a look at
Sounds
this
good.
for a minute. If we can do that, can we do that? These are the ones that she recommends. Okay. First up is
Arbonne. So Arbonne, I'm sure a lot of you know about. It's incredibly popular right now. The startup fees on these is really, really low. So, I mean, you can start with a starter package of $95. You can go all the way up to $2,500. And you'll note that amongst all of these direct sales companies. Sometimes you can get in as low as $40. Sometimes it's as high as $25. It's a matter of what financial investment you're actually comfortable with. But Arbonne's great because you're making a 25% commission on your product. It's all skincare based. It's really very organic, which is obviously really popular right now. So this is a great one if you're into sort of skincare, organic. It's relatively new and a really, really popular one.
And what's this one that you have here?
So this one's Rodan and Fields. This one's interesting because this one was started by the women who started Proactiv.
Oh, yeah.
So this was actually sold at Nordstrom's for a while, just as a high-end skincare line. They decided to pull it in 2007 and actually bring it into direct sales marketing. So since 2010, they've actually been doing this. And this one's really good it's really good actually if you're looking to get in the ground up because a lot of these direct sales companies, as you know, you sort of recruit people and they work for you. But this one isn't really in Canada just yet. So this is a really good one if you're starting to look at sort of the ground floor. And again, skincare based.
Are you worried that you're telling people all these little things?
No.
Okay.
Oh, the entry price on this one, sorry, is $45 up to $1,000. So again, there's a huge gradient scale there.
And then over here.
I'm sure a lot of you are also familiar with Stella & Dot.
Yeah.
Again, very, very popular. Really fun, chunky jewelry that is obviously super in right now. Entry level on this is $200, but right off the bat, you get a $350 gift certificate. So that's a pretty good investment.
That's pretty good investment. Yeah.
And again, you're making, sorry.
Do you own a lot of this stuff?
I own a little bit.
Yeah, because you got to be careful not to buy too much.
Well, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
That's always the trick with direct sales too, right? You get all the stuff, you're like, I didn't make any money.
So they also do things like this as well.
Yeah, and they do scarves, and they do wallets, and they do all kinds of things. But again, you're looking at, with the majority of these, you're looking at a 25 to 35% commission on them, which means you purchase that product at that price, and then you can choose to sell it at a 10% markup, a 20% markup, a 25% markup, just contingent on how much money you're looking to make.
Right, and then this one.
Finally, this is New Skin. It's only $35. And you can, again, there's sort of a gradient scale, but the commission on this is 25% as well.
Wow. Did you always have the gift for the gab?
Well, thank you, Marilyn.
You do, no, because people told me that. You're so good. I want each and every one of these items.
Great deal.
Like, honestly, like, let's have a seat. But, like, did you always, like, you have no fear. Like, you're fearless.
My entire family's in sales. So,
are they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
I recall when my mom was, when I was little, actually sitting under conference tables at sales shows. And my mom would bring me out sometimes as like a token and be like, hey, Tiff, go talk to that person. I'd be like, hi, I'm Tiffany. Do you want to come see my mom's booth?
And what was she selling?
She was selling university textbooks.
Oh, my gosh. So it comes by you naturally. Okay, Jen is in the audience. Jenny, how are you? Nice to see you. You are a direct sales entrepreneur who needs some advice. So I have to ask you, what is your question?
So I'm in direct sales, and I want to know, how can I increase my network and attract people to be business builders with me?
Yeah.
It's a great question.
That is a great question.
Yeah. The first tip is you want to use your digital network. So we're all very digitally connected now. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I mean, there's a plethora of other ones. But the reason I say use your digital network is because those are the people you might not see every day. So you want to reach out to those people, explain to them what you're doing, and then you want to try to suggest, can we get together for coffee? Can we get together? It doesn't have to be expensive. I'll buy a $3 coffee and just explain to you what I'm doing and how I think it can help and benefit you.
And then you say use your informal networks, and that is friends, right? So how do you not turn off your friends?
Well, I think the biggest thing is with your informal network, and you're right, I mean, your friends are the people you see every day, your friends and your family. That's your basic, your core network. Your informal network are your mom's group, your running club, your cooking class. So those are people that you don't see all the time. And they're great people because you won't necessarily turn them off because you don't see them all the time. So Marilyn's right in that you don't want to target your friends and your family because they could get exhausted. So if you use that informal network, those are people you don't see all the time. You ask them maybe to put together a group. Again, maybe you do like a quick lunch and learn, and you just explain what you're doing and how it can benefit those people.
Yeah, well done. Tiffany, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, you got to take a break. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Up next, it's the big reveal. Don't miss our 2 business best makeovers from celebrity stylist Greta Monahan. That's up next.